Namaskar. Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do subject English lesson number 10. So what is the name of the lesson? Where the mind is without fear. What does it mean? Where is our mind without the fear? Where is it? Let's find out. First, we will do difficult words. So as you see in the slide, first word is country. Different countries like India, UK, America, Canada, France, and these different countries. Second word is foreign, outside India, foreign country, foreign people. Third word is freedom, not bounded by somebody. You're free. Fourth word is slavery, being controlled by somebody, doing everything that they say. Fifth word is occupation. Different kinds of occupations are there: business, jobs, carpenter, tailor. Sixth word is poet, somebody who writes poems. Seventh word is fearlessly, without fear. Fear means being scared. Lessly means fearlessly, without fear. Eighth word is fragment, pieces, dividing it into pieces, small pieces. Ninth word is hypocrites, double-faced people, lying, having two faces. 10th word is substantive, something that is there in the reality. 11th word is when all the people get together, unity. Fighting for something, doing teamwork. 12th word is British. People who belong to UK. UK's first name was British. Now it is known as United Kingdom. Like our country's name is India, their country's name was British, but now changed to UK. 13th word is literature. Somebody who's writing poems, stories, and all that written content is known as literature. 14th word is psychological. Different kind of emotions, happy, sad, worrying, anxiety, anger. All these are psychological emotions. 15th word is poem. A poet who writes poems. A short write-up which has limited lines and has deep meanings. So dear learners, now we will do the meaning of the poem. What is the meaning of the poem? First, head held high, walking without fear. So, for example, if you're walking on a tree that has fallen down, you don't have to fear. Second is fragments, that means pieces. Third word is domestic. Parentating to family. Fourth word is narrow domestic walls. It means division on the basis of religion, caste, class, and color in the society between countries of the world. Tireless driving. Continuous efforts and struggle where you don't give up. Stretches its arms. Aims at achieving a goal. Seventh word is dreary, means dull. Eighth word is dead habits. Old traditional rituals and customs that are harmful. For example, sati system. Sati pratha was an old tradition which was very harmful. So similarly, different traditions and customs that are very harmful. Ninth word is ever widening, forever broadening one's outlook. Opening somebody's mind, changing their perspective, and making them feel free. This explanation and care can change somebody's perspective. That is ever widening. Heaven of freedom. Condition of total freedom of good thoughts, good words, good deeds. While respecting those of others. 11th word is the depth of truth, which means honesty, not lying and being honest. Twelfth word is dreary desert sand. The stream of reason that has lost its way. Not understanding where to go, being lost. So, as you all know, this man in the picture, Rabindranath Tagore. A very famous poet. This is his sign. His background, his lifestyle, I'm going to share it with you now. About Rabindranath Tagore. He was born on May 7th, 1861 and died on August 7th, 1941 in Calcutta. This is the old pronunciation, Calcutta. Now it is known as Calcutta. Rabindranath Tagore studied in University of Calcutta and University College of London. His language was Bengali and English. His occupation was, he was a poet, he was a short story writer and a novelist. He was also an essayist and he was also a painter. He also won Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. Because he was an amazing person and everybody liked him and was amazed by who he was. This is why Rabindranath won Nobel Prize. So, dear learners, this poem was written when British ruled our country and we were slaves to a foreign power. So this is a poem based on it. The different problems that Rabindranath faced and looked at, he wrote these poems on them. Rabindranath Tagore, the great Indian nationalist and a visionary, wanted India to awaken to a bright dawn of freedom, freedom from slavery, Rabindranath Tagore had the vision to see a free India. He wanted everyone to get free from slavery and our own mental chains. You see here, this is the poem that Rabindranath Tagore wrote. Let's understand the meaning of sentence to sentence meaning of this poem. You all read the poem, then read it silently. It would be a good idea to memorize the poem. So now I will explain the poem sentence by sentence. Here we take a break. Here we take a short break. Here we take a short break.
कोविड-19 यानी कोरोना वायरस देश एवं जन्य समस्या, लाखों लोग इस संक्रमण की चपेट में। इसका निदान है जागरूकता के साथ हम और आप स्वयं। कोरोना वायरस के इस संक्रमण से संपूर्ण भारतवर्ष भी एक विकट स्वास्थ्य की परिस्थितियों से जूझ रहा है। भारत सरकार द्वारा गांव से शहरों तक व्यापक जांच, उपचार और विभिन्न नैदानिक व्यवस्थाएं की गई हैं, लेकिन अभी हमें करना है इससे बचाव। बचाव है आपस में 2 गज की दूरी रखें, मास्क जरूर लगाएं, हाथों को बार-बार साबुन से धोएं और हाँ, आरोग्य सेतु ऐप पर लॉगिन अवश्य करें। घर पर रहें और NIOS की स्व अध्ययन सामग्री से पढ़ते रहें। आपके लिए PM ई-विद्या पर टीवी, रेडियो वाहिनी और मुक्त विद्या वाणी पर ऑडियो कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण भी NIOS द्वारा किया जा रहा है। आपसे एक ही अनुरोध है, जब भी छींकें, मुंह और नाक को ढकना ना भूलें। भीड़-भाड़ में जाने से बचें और सामाजिक दूरी का पालन करें। और एक बात, जब तक वैक्सीन नहीं आती, तब तक मास्क को ही वैक्सीन समझें। साफ रहें, स्वच्छ रहें और स्वस्थ रहें। 2 गज दूरी, मास्क है जरूरी। किसी भी आपदा की स्थिति में संपर्क करें टोल फ्री नंबर 1075 011 23978046। ईमेल करें ncov2019@gov.in।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो संसाधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से
और जागे
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बहुत
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने
Welcome back. So after I told you about Rabindranath Tagore, now we will start learning the meaning of the poem. The blue lines are the poem and the black are the explanation. So the poet says, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. The poet is saying that no countryman of his country should live in fear on his mind at all times. Instead, they should hold up their head high fearlessly and have confidence in themselves. Where the knowledge is free, the poet says that it is a truly independent and free country. Knowledge should be open to all. Anyone can have access, free access to knowledge. It should not be restricted to some portion of the society based on caste, gender, class, or any barrier. Free access is very important for knowledge. The biasness should not be there. He's covering every part of society which deserves free access to knowledge. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. It means the world is broken into fragments by narrow domestic walls like caste system, social classes, religion, creed, and so on. The poet has the vision to break all these narrow domestic walls. Where words come out from the depth of truth, the poet wants his countrymen to be truthful and sincere. They should not tell lies and be hypocrites. They should speak what they feel and should be guided by clear thinking and in any matter. Guiding other people too, irrespective of color, religion, social class, or any kind of creed. Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. It means Rabindranath Tagore's poem, where the mind is without fear. In this line from the poem, the poet emphasizes the need for developing the culture, development, and necessary for the progress of nation. He aims for the progress of our country. Working unitedly where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the, it reflects how he wants people to make and informed. He wants people to be aware, and he wants people to use their voice to take the action. Deciding by themselves. Dreary desert sand of dead habit where the mind is led forward. Rabindranath Tagore compares dead habit and dreary sand, in which the dreary sand stands for superstitions which do not let us apply logic. Where there is no logic, you should not be blindly following the superstitions. Standing up for good morals, good deeds is important. Helping each other is more important rather than sticking to those myths. By thee into ever widening thought and action. Ever widening thought and action means we should not be narrow or shallow in our mentality. Our hearts should be open and our minds should be open, and we should enrich other people day by day. Instead of controlling others and being controlled. Into the heaven of freedom, my Father. By heaven of freedom, the poet means India's social, cultural, and psychological independence and unity. Not dividing on basis of any social divisions, but rather than being united irrespective of different cultures. This is what Rabindranath Tagore says. He says, let my country awake. Is the indication of a prayer to Almighty to help people in India to break free from the bondages of the British rule. Not being controlled by other people. This is the poet's prayer. This was the beautiful poem. Now we will do the metaphor and the simile. What are metaphor and simile? Let me explain you. The main difference between a simile and a metaphor. The simile uses the words like or as to draw a comparison. For example, her heart is like gold. It's a comparison. The main difference between a simile and a metaphor simply states comparison without using like or as. It is without like or as. For example, her heart is gold. That's it. There is no, do you believe? No. There is no like, no as, but it has metaphor. Comparison without the use of like or as. Simile is you are as skinny as a rail. And the metaphor is you are a mountain. These are the comparisons. Simile and metaphor. Simile, the first one is he eats like a pig. Metaphor is he is a pig. Second is she looks like a doll. Metaphor is she is a doll. Third is my brother is as strong as an ox. On the other hand, it says my brother is an ox. Fourth is my hands are as cold as ice. Metaphor is my hands are ice. Fifth is she was as smart as an owl. On the other hand, it is she was an owl. This is for your learning simile and metaphor. Hope you all understood. Thank you.
देश एवं संपूर्ण विश्व में व्याप्त विषाणु जन्य समस्या अभी हमें करना है इससे बचाव। बचाव है आपस में 2 गज की दूरी रखें, मास्क जरूर लगाएं, हाथों को बार-बार साबुन से धोएं और हाँ, आरोग्य सेतु ऐप पर लॉगिन अवश्य करें। घर पर रहें और NIOS की स्व अध्ययन सामग्री से पढ़ते रहें। आपके लिए PM ई-विद्या पर टीवी, रेडियो वाहिनी और मुक्त विद्या वाणी पर ऑडियो कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण भी NIOS द्वारा किया जा रहा है। आपसे एक ही अनुरोध है, जब भी छींकें, मुंह और नाक को ढकना ना भूलें। भीड़-भाड़ में जाने से बचें और सामाजिक दूरी का पालन करें। और एक बात, जब तक वैक्सीन नहीं आती, तब तक मास्क को ही वैक्सीन समझें। साफ रहें, स्वच्छ रहें और स्वस्थ रहें। 2 गज दूरी, मास्क है जरूरी। किसी भी आपदा की स्थिति में संपर्क करें टोल फ्री नंबर 1075 011 23978046। ईमेल करें ncov2019@gov.in।